Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do this cool toned look with the Tom Ford Daydream and Double Indemnity palettes, both of which are the wet dry formula. And this is going to be a beautiful and very simple look. We've got a little navy, we've got a little purple, some lavender, and this is just a great soft look. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to start out with the Scott Barnes 59 liner brush. And this is just going to be a quick little tutorial on how I do my brows because you see I don't really have any. But I use this gel formula. It's basically just some Anastasia and MAC gel liner just together, just for a good shade. And I'm using the Waterline. I dip the brush a little bit in the Inglot Waterline, which you will see I use for everything. And then I go ahead and fill in these brows. So I have a couple hairs in the front, so that kind of gets the shape started. And this is a good brush to get the tail. And we've got a nice little tail there. And then I go in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and that helps me to define everything a little bit more and give me some hairs. Now we're gonna go in with this flat shader brush by MAC, the 249. This is just a very flat synthetic brush. You can use whatever concealer you want. I just happen to like this formula from good old Coastal Scents, which is long discontinued, but I like to clean everything up under there, plus it highlights and just smooths everything out if I have any wonky lines or anything like that. So just clean everything up under that line, and that's it. And we are going to prime it with this silicone powder. This is just a very fine powder that you can see it almost smokes up. It's so fine, but it absorbs the moisture and has a little bit of slip to it. So yep, more Inglot Waterline, and we are going to use the Rockin' Republic. This is just a mini shader brush, and we're going to use this with the Makeup Forever Aqua Black Waterproof Cream Liner, which is kind of finicky, but of course, again, this is also discontinued, but I like a very defined dark waterline, and so I always use the Inglot for this because this Waterline just makes everything creamier, everything smoother, everything easier to work with. And this shader brush has very fine hairs. Okay, so we're gonna start in, when we're using these wet, we're gonna use number 1 wet on the Real Techniques Bold Metals 200 brush. This is a big brush. This is a dense brush. I'm really getting into these big brushes because I have big lids, a lot of area to cover. So that, as you can see, that's wet, but you get a really nice impact. I am jamming all throughout this video. I do not know what I am singing about. I don't know who I'm singing to, but I was just getting down. So you get to be the beneficiaries of that. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the MAC 221. This is the original, it's goat hair. We're gonna use number 3, this navy, and you're gonna see how magical these shadows are because I'm gonna go in with this, into the crease with this, and you're gonna see on that outer corner, it gets kind of funky there. You see that? It looks really like, how are you gonna fix this? But don't you fret, because once we lay this color down, it is gonna blend like a dream. And we're gonna take our Refer 213 brush, which is a little bit denser, it's a little thicker than the MAC 221. So it just has it helps blend it out. Look how easy that feathers. I mean, come on, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that just feathered into dreaminess. And, oh Lisa. Okay, so we're feathering that out and feathering it up a little bit, up towards the brow bone. Okay, and we're gonna use this crease brush by Look New York 11, and we are going to go into this beautiful purple shade, and we're gonna go on the lower lash line. That's a good thickness for the lower lash line. I really like that. And we're gonna go into that outer corner and just get some of that purple color in there. And if you wanted to soften that color, you could mix it with, you know, that number 1. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Rockin' Republic 202 shader. I use this brush almost exclusively for brow highlighting. It just fits that area so well. And then we're gonna go in with the Artiste Circle 1R brush because it fits so perfectly in that inner corner. And I'm using that same shade, that Double Indemnity number 1. That's not a special shade, it's just a great shade for highlighting. I really wish I knew what I was jamming to. I really do. Okay, so now we're going into this lavender color, and we're gonna go back in with that Rephr 13, and which we used before to blend out the navy. And now we're gonna use that to kind of blend the navy into that brow bone and underneath to blend that purple. And then we're gonna take this Sonia G crease too, and we're just gonna blend everything. That's just gonna blend everything. We're just kind of going over everything to make everything nice and soft. And now for the liner, we're gonna use the Sephora 24 Synthetic Smoky Liner brush. It comes to a nice point. This is a thick brush, I love it. And as you can see, I'm using the Inglot Duraline with this product also. It just, I mean, this product is absolutely indispensable. And I'm sure if you watch my videos, you'll notice from time to time I use it. Not time to time, I use it all the time. It gives, and this brush just gives that beautiful crisp wing over there. And I'm just gonna take what's left and deepen the lower lash line. And now we're gonna take this Confidential Small Shader into shade number 4 of Double Indemnity, this gunmetal with these beautiful sparkles. And I'm just gonna soften. I'm going right on top, right above of that liner, and it's gonna soften that. Look, you can see those sparkles, it's beautiful. Now, if you don't wanna tone it down, you don't have to, but I'm also using it on the lower lash line also to intensify that. And I'm gonna use it now on the E36 Sigma brush, and we're gonna deepen that crease just a little bit further with that shade. And then we're gonna blend it out. And that is really the look. I mean, okay, so I didn't use foundation for this look, so I'm just gonna conceal my lips because I'm gonna use a light nude color. And I just like to blot out the color of my lips a little bit sometimes when I do that. And this mascara is discontinued, but you can use whatever mascara you want. This is the second coat. Is this the second coat? I can't remember. Maybe we cut out the first coat. But that's okay. All right, so now we're gonna use Blankety. This is my all-time favorite go-to nude shade, and it's the amplified shade, so it's very creamy. And we're gonna go in with Cork to define the lips. Cork is a bit on the warm side, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. A lot of times I like to defer to Stone, which is a lot cooler of a lip liner, but I like this. And now I'm gonna actually soften that lip liner a little bit with this Wet n Wild number 648. And that is the look. Super easy, everyday, pretty, soft, glamorous, and dependable. And with these Tom Ford wet dry formulas, I mean, they last all day. And that is the final look right there. So if you are inspired, you can tag me in RGRP Inspo. And I hope that you enjoyed this look today. I'd love to hear your comments. And subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.